Dun 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 dun, baby, come on, something, 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 something. Call me. Hello, I'm Alli Ramirez. This is Please Talk to Me, a talk show where you can be the guest. Anyone at any time can join in on the chat and jump in the Zoom and talk to me. I actually have two people. Hair. If you have hair that's long, it tries to sneak into your mouth. I don't know another comparison to something that tries to sneak into your mouth. I guess bugs try to sneak into your mouth, those little gnats. Either way, gnats, hair, an unwanted kiss. Let's not sneak those things into our mouth. Let's be respectful. I have two guests already for tonight, but of course I will have time if you want to be a guest. I would love to hear from you. I'm going to go ahead and enter in my first guest. I'm very excited I'm always excited. Can I just tell you how excited I am at all times? Hey, Jared, go ahead and take a moment to get set up. We are live on the... Oh, you're already set up. Of course you are. Hi. How's it going? Can you hear me? Perfect. Oh, you're connecting to audio. That's what I love about Zoom. It's like, take your time. You can choose. Go in all. Move my camera. Hello, sir.
Hey, what's up?
Hi, man. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did we take sketch 101 or 2? One, it's 2. Okay.
Two together.
That's right. I knew that. Totally. I totally didn't black out on that, just trying to get through it. God. I love this. I don't even take water. Jared, how are you? Let's start with the basic questions.
I'm doing good. I'm just hanging in there.
Yeah.
It's New Year.
Yeah.
Hope for the best. Fingers crossed.
And so much has happened already in this fantastic new year. So much. It's good and bad. So you messaged me. You wanted to come on. What do you want to talk about?
Like whatever you up to, I'm down for anything. I'm down for any kind of conversation.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's start with let's go bare minimum basics. Okay. Are you from Southern California?
Yes.
Okay. And I asked because of the Dodger hat.
I'm not good with like southern and north. Just tell me like, are you from like LA area? I'll say yes. Like just give me that.
Got it. So stick away from north, south, east, and west. No regions whatsoever.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm that person where it's like, oh, like, hey, we're gonna go to we're gonna go this way. It's off the 5. Just think about McDonald's and I'll get it. Like, come on, please.
Okay, got it. Okay, so I asked because you had the Dodger cap, so I'm guessing a Dodger fan.
Yeah.
Now, does that mean you're not an Angel fan?
That means I have family who love the Dodgers, so I love the Dodgers.
Got it. For those who don't know, in the lovely area of Southern California, we basically have 2 teams for every sport, and for some reason you have to pick one. Like, your family is like either like an Angels family or a Dodgers family or a Lakers family or a Clipper family, and it's cutthroat.
Yeah.
It's cutthroat.
Yeah, you either choose wrong or you're Dodgers. That's how my family sees it.
Oh, yeah. In my family, we're Lakers and Dodgers. So if you are a Clipper or an Angels fan, then you're like the black sheep, right? You're the joke. We make the jokes about you all the time.
Oh, damn.
So it's like, oh, Clippers. Right, Uncle Rudy? Right? Poor Uncle Rudy. He just gets it. He gets it.
Yeah.
Okay. What was something that you ate today that you would recommend?
Oh, man. Have you guys ever tried Top Ramen?
Like in the ramen? Like in the
package.
Yeah. It's been a while. While.
Jump back into that. Like it's very like subpar, and like if you're really hungry, I've been trying to make it fancy. I'm gonna put egg in here, and I'm gonna put onions, and only use one of the packets, so less salt for me.
Oh, so you're adding vegetables to the Top Ramen?
Yeah.
I have never thought to do that.
I'm trying to make it like when you go to the real ramen places, they have like egg and like
yes,
food. Yeah, I try to do that with Top Ramen, make it more better for me.
I
feel less bad.
I remember going into any restaurant and getting food. So.
Oh gosh.
Okay, so on that note, and I'm sure this is a very common question. Let's say everything safely opens up tomorrow. Where are you going?
Oh man, I just want to see my friends.
Yeah.
Anywhere where my friends are at.
Yes. I completely agree. I have so many travel plans of just seeing friends.
Yeah, or to the Pack Theater to take live classes where we have sketch comedy, improv, and fun electives. Check them out, guys.
Guys, for everybody watching, I'm showing the Pack Theater website right now. We will be back. That's what it says. We will be back. So don't think that we're not going to be back, because we will be back. It's in the website, so that means it's true. If it's on the internet, it's true.
Bingo. That's how I see it.
That oh man, I don't know what's gonna happen when we can all go back into a theater, or when.
Oh man, we're gonna just put on so many ridiculous things in the theater.
Right. I mean, I have no power against this. I'm not a decision maker, but
100%.
Huh?
Yeah, I agree. We're not
right. I have no power. But I feel like once the theater opens, we're doing like a 24-hour like show, right? Like it's a 24-hour sketch.
Yeah,
just
the
like
Pack kids have been killing it on Twitch, and they're getting stir crazy. So of course they're planning big things for when things go back to normal. 100%.
Right? Like I'll take the 3 a.m. spot. It's cool. I'll take a 3 a.m. to 3:30 a.m. I'll be up. God knows I'll be
same.
up. I'm up.
I mean, we're probably gonna have any like food sketches for a while, like no spitting mouth sketches for a long time. But, oh man, it's gonna be great.
But we'll find other ways. We'll find other ways to be disgusting and amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a grown adult. I'm 35 and plus ish, maybe.
Okay.
And I'm still shocked when I see a naked person on stage. Like, it still shocks me to my core.
I've only seen one in a theater show before in my life.
I've seen it a couple of times. Even in like a play that's dramatic, I'm still like, there's a butt. Like, I'm still so shocked by it.
But like, I saw a show and I was like above, like in the rafters watching the show, and like the person involved was like covered up decently for the bit, but I saw above, so I saw everything. I was like, oh no.
And I'll never get used to it. Like, I'll never get used to it.
It's still very like, I always have to look away, but I'm always like, that's commitment. I respect that.
Yes.
I will respect that.
Yes. There is nothing but respect and true admiration, and also a shock, because I'm always like, I didn't expect that. I didn't.
Yeah.
Even from a person that I know has done this often, I still am like, oh, it's happening right now.
Like, this is their niche. Like, this is their
bit.
But like, you're still like, oh, wow.
Yep.
They did it.
Yep, they did. Did they know I was here? Like, they did it.
Am I the lucky charm for their bit?
Oh, how we all hope to be the lucky charm. How we all hope to be the lucky charm. So, that's the lucky charm bit. Beautiful.
Yeah, look at that.
Beautiful.
I see butt.
Okay. My next question. This is a personal question, so I'm gonna warn you. Personal.
Yeah.
I have children. They're 5 years old.
Aw.
Should I let them watch the movie Beetlejuice?
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna reserve my opinion. I would like to know what you think.
Old. I'm gonna say, fine, man. I'm gonna say a little bit older. I'll say 7 or 8.
Okay.
I'll say that. But hey, if you want to do that, those are your kids. You do what you want. You know, like that's my opinion. Like I'll go 7 or 8.
Right. I don't want to terrify them.
Yeah, because like there's some things that like
they're scary,
right? Like there's some swearing here and there, which is but also there's a lot of like there's some imagery that's like not the best.
There is, right? I couldn't remember, and I haven't had time to sit and watch it because I try to watch things before I show it to them, just to be like, oh, that's right. I have to explain.
Yeah.
Why the dinosaur ate the guy in the bathroom? Okay. I can explain that.
So, what's a movie that you've showed them, or television show for that matter, that you're like, oh yeah, I probably should have done that. That was, oops.
It's actually certain cartoons are like God, what was this cartoon? So I bought the Grinch Who Stole Christmas, Dr. Seuss's Grinch, the original cartoon. Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
And when I bought it, it came in like an ultimate pack, and it gave me the Grinch That Stole Christmas and the Cat in the Hat meets the Grinch. And I was like,
oh man, that sounds amazing.
That's what I thought too. Like, oh, that's cool. That's cool. I start watching it, and within the first 30 seconds, it's clearly made in the 70s, and a lot of people were high as shit. And like the Grinch is like, I hate all of this. This is stupid. You're stupid, Cat in the Hat. And I was like, yeah, maybe we don't.
Don't teach the kids that.
Yeah, this isn't.
I'm like,
this is getting a little racist and a little.
I know you're the Grinch, but you're an asshole right now.
Yeah, like it was like too far. Like they took the Grinch like really far, and I was like,
oh my gosh. Well, like I was watching, like okay, so I was watching. Have you shown your kids like the old like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer stuff or whatever, those little claymation ones?
I showed them Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and they weren't that into it. Which is also it's very dated. It's very dated.
Yeah, there's a lot of bullying in that movie. I was like, whoa, wow.
Also, there's a lot of like, Donner, take the women away. The women cannot see this.
Like, yeah, and like Santa's an a-hole kind of in the movie. Like he's a real dick in the movie.
Thank you. I actually did. I actually did a review of this with some friends, and we talked about how Santa never apologizes, and he's a big old a-hole.
Yeah, like they're singing the elf song for him, and he's just like, oh, like so he could be anywhere else. And I think I figured out why. I think because he's skinny Santa.
Yes,
so
he
he's
is.
An asshole. And when he gets like bigger, he's more jolly. I kind of realized that watching the movie a little bit.
That's I'm trademarking that right now. No one's allowed to write a sketch about that because that is...
Yeah, like skinny Santa is like a real dick.
That's very funny.
Yeah.
That's very funny. Yeah, he is though. He's terrible. Yeah. He's so mean in that movie.
It's tricky to like what like kids could watch now because like I have cousins who are around your kids' age. So I'm always like, oh, what are you guys watching? Okay, We Bare Bears. Okay, I know that one. Okay, Gumball. Okay, I know that one.
Okay.
And then I'm like, do you watch SpongeBob? No. Okay. Like, it's tricky.
They watch all this educational stuff. It's all like Friends and education, not the Looney Tunes, Tom and Jerry that we watched.
Tom and Jerry.
Yeah, Tom and Jerry.
Oh man, that was a good time.
Yeah, that's
smoking.
Yeah, that's an intense time in cinema. But yeah, there isn't too many things that I mean, honestly, it's for their benefit. It's this is Disney Plus. You can't see anything over PG on this. You know, like it's very set up in a way that they really can't.
We're watching Y7 or G, yeah.
Correct. Like literally, they can't even watch Incredibles. Incredibles 2 on their Disney Plus. They have to go to my profile because it's violent. Which I get. I don't wanna like say that's bad. It's all good.
Yeah.
But I can also make fun of it because it's safe.
I mean, Incredibles has a pretty PG like things in there.
Yeah.
Remember Elastigirl telling the kids like, hey, like if these villains catch you, like they will kill you. They'll kill your children. I'm like, yeah, she's not wrong.
She's not wrong. It's true. I try to remind my children of that weekly. If bad guys get you, they're gonna kill you. So,
all right.
Maybe we don't run away from mommy at the store, huh?
Oh yeah, I remember that being as a kid. Like, if you leave, like a stranger will take you.
Did you used to go in department stores and hide in the clothes racks?
No, I never did that.
Never mind. That's just a weird thing I did. Never mind.
No, I never. How many people have you asked on this show and you say like, "Oh, you're doing a coat rack"? And they all say no. Is that what's happening?
No, but I'm definitely gonna start asking now.
Yeah, and see what they say. Like I've never done that.
I'm gonna start That's gonna be my tally for 2021. How many people have hides in a coat rack? How many do not? And
I mean, like, I think for like a little, like maybe like a brief moment, but I never like hid there like for minutes on end. No, I never hid there.
Just me.
I love my parents. I'm not gonna scare them.
Maybe that should be the follow-up question. Do you love your parents?
Do you love your parents?
Oh,
No?
okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That's very funny. I'm literally gonna write that down now because why not? Why not?
Right?
Yeah, and then you should definitely come back in like 6 months to kind of see the tally to see.
I hope it's a blowout for not doing it. I hope it's a fucking blowout.
Which is it's so funny because that's a totally normal thing in my childhood. Wait a minute, do I have a bad mom? Oh God. Maybe.
Yeah. Okay.
Hiding in clothes rack. I am 0 for 1. All right. Well, Jared, thank you so much for coming out. It's great to see you. You look great.
Of course, yeah. Great. Yeah, it's good talking to you, Alli.
Your beard looks good. I don't think you had a beard before. Did you always have a beard?
No, quarantine has changed me.
Of course. I'm
growing a beard and losing my hair up top. It's wonderful. I love being older.
Oh man, yeah. Old is not fun. Not fun at all.
No, it's not.
Not fun at all. I get sore.
You can't stop it.
No. Yeah. Well, thank you for coming on. Is there anything that you want to promote or talk about, or any like last minute?
Follow Friendo Sketch on Facebook, Instagram.
Yeah.
That's basically it.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Friendo is
Sketch, yeah.
Oh man. Yeah.
We did a show with the Moonshot Kids once, so it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. These are old sketch teams, Friendo and Moonshot.
Yeah.
Friendo, I can't wait to get it back and running, back in sketching. Same. You know?
Yeah.
I will never ever complain again about a sketch rehearsal. I will be there on time.
Every time. I will bring snacks.
I will bring snacks. I will give all the notes. I will also give notes and pitches. I will help.
I will ask everybody on my sketch team, did you go in the coat rack? Come on, guys.
I am. I'm going to text them.
Fernando.
I'm going to message them and find, right. Fernando's going to be like, no, no one did that.
Look me in the eye. You freaking know.
Oh, goodness. Well, thank you so much, Jared. Thank you so much.
Thank you. A lot of fun, Alli.
Oh, man. Thank you. Hope to check in again.
Okay.
Woo.
Bye.
Oh, that was super exciting. Jared is a very sweet guy. And he, I remember in Sketch 201, I probably could have said this story while he was here. I remember him being on the quieter side, but his sketches were always vibrant and big. So it's you don't judge a book by its cover, because someone may be quiet and they're not when they get onto the page. I have my next guest coming up right now. Please stop covering me with minions. What? Why is there minions? I don't understand. I haven't looked at the chat at all. I'm so sorry. I'm adding in our next guest. I have Gil Barron here. I'm going to give him a second to check in. Oh, and while Gil's figuring it out, if you haven't already, you can always Venmo the Pack-Theater money. If you would like to donate, this is the Pay What You Can Twitch channel, which I understand might be an oxymoron, because it's all Twitch channels are Pay What You Can. I don't know. Gil...
Hi.
You have no beard.
I have no beard
beardless.
now, yeah.
It is gone.
Yeah, I saw you with Jared and marveling at his beard. I have no beard.
We were just hugging it, going like, oh. Do you miss it? No. Is it nice?
Well, look, this is going to get into some mental health stuff.
Note, everything's mental health now. Everything. This water cup.
You're right. Everything.
This calculator.
Yes.
Everything. My
yes, it's true.
cat
everything
jumping
is now
on something.
No, but you know when sometimes women will make a joke that a beard for men is what makeup is for women.
I have never heard that joke.
You've never heard this joke?
No.
You got to get on Twitter.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Good night, folks. That was Please Talk to Me.
I made Alli crack the hell up. All right, I love it.
You're not wrong.
But like I'm saying, they're not wrong. Like there is definitely an ego thing to having a beard of like, okay, well, certain things are covered. It's kind of a blanket. It's kind of a security thing. Like I don't have to worry about like my face shape and my neck and my double chins and whatever.
I have never thought about that as for makeup. I mean, I guess so. Okay, but I see what you're saying. It you feel
it's a security
like
blanket.
Yeah, you feel covered.
I feel more attractive.
Ah, there it is. With your beard.
I took it off the day after the inauguration. I was like, we have hit a milestone.
Fresh start. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
And because it was like down to here, it was a full year of beard.
Two things. I'm going to say the first one, and you're just going to have to accept it. You are very attractive, Gil. With or without a beard. And I'm not saying that because you paid me.
But it helps.
I'm saying that because it's true. You're a very attractive person.
Thank you. I do not believe you, but I appreciate you.
The second thing is I saw your Rasputin. Yes, it was so funny. I should have pulled it up because I knew you were coming on. It's so funny because it's pretty.
That's how long the beard was, and I know it was like the beard got lost in the black shirt. Which is like the mistake there, but the beard was down to here.
Jeez.
It was for real.
You was there just no trimming? Like you just were like, I'm gonna grow it.
I trimmed the sides.
Oh,
I made it long. I didn't want it to be all the way out here,
right.
But
Yeah.
But I do have to figure out a haircut situation.
Yeah. I know. I found a good haircut.
With all these numbers going up, it's the hardest thing. But maybe I'll just let the hair go until I feel safe.
Yeah. Do you man bun it? Do you put it up?
I haven't. I don't know where to get a scrunchie or whatever you would get. I don't know what people put in their hair. I don't know where to get a rubber band.
To be fair, though, that's a legitimate question from someone who's never had long hair. Like, where do I get these?
I don't know what to do with long hair. I don't know how I'm supposed to take care of it. I don't know what I'm supposed to put in it.
Well, see, you have thick hair. You have thick hair. See, I have thin hair. So I have to do this every so often to give it what we call body. But my hair is also very dirty right now.
I have definitely blow dried it before and made it look very like Leif Garrett, like 70s rock icon.
Oh man, what I have a list going of all the different type of parties I'm going to have. And one of them will be a Halloween party, but it's a Halloween party that you have to dress up as a character from a movie or a television show. Because I just think isn't
that most Halloween parties?
It is to sketch people, but not to normal people.
Okay, all right.
Normies.
What do normal people dress up at Halloween parties?
Usually they usually buy costumes. Like they stick within the
from a movie or TV show.
No. They buy kind of, but like they usually don't go outside of the packaged costume. Does that make sense?
Sure, and comedy people or entertainment people go a little all out.
Correct. You're right. I've seen.
We want to look like the costume. It's more cosplay.
Yes, it's more cosplay, and I also think that with sketch people or comedians or even actors, really, you will go, I'm going to be that one character from the person that dies at the end of Die Hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's these tiny little bits versus, like, I'm just going to be, like, I think one year I was the Top Gun, I was Goose from Top Gun, and it was a dress, and it was like, you're Goose, you know? So it's nothing wrong with that. If there's normal people out there, I like you. I'm part of you.
So our plan, we talked last week. I don't know if your audience knows that you even had a show last week.
You know what? It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. It's hard to know. It's hard to tell. I had a show last week, everybody. I was in the deep,
you were up in the Andes.
Tall mountains of Mount Everest, where there was no Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
There was a llama. The llama bit into my Wi-Fi cord.
But we had a conversation about doing Ask a Jew.
We did. We did have that conversation.
Because I figured that obviously anti-Semitism is on the rise everywhere.
Yes.
Sort of obvious. We just got on Clubhouse, a lot of us, and with any new app, you're gonna find all the subcultures there, and certainly anti-Semitism there is just as prevalent as it is anywhere.
Crackers.
So I thought maybe it would be useful to do a little bit of Ask a Jew, and I wanted you to ask any questions you've always had about what Jews are, what we believe, what we think, anything that has come to your mind. And I invite people in the chat also to feel free to ask your questions. I've been a Jew for a long time. I teach Hebrew school. I teach Torah. I've read some of this stuff, so I will be as honest and open.
Yeah. So if in the chat, if anyone has any questions, you're welcome to ask. If not, then I will try to ask some questions. As I've always stated, I remember in elementary school, I was probably in 2nd or 3rd grade, and somebody had asked, like, "Oh, what's your religion?" And I legitimately had no idea, because it just wasn't a thing in my house. It wasn't talked about as any type of I don't want to say qualifying, but as any type of category. I knew I was Mexican. I knew I was a girl. I knew that I was a child.
Yeah. No, I get it. Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? That was my category. I had
but
no
church
idea.
wasn't a thing in your life.
The church was not a thing in my life. A religion wasn't a thing in my life. So when other kids were like, "Oh, I'm Jewish, I'm Protestant, I'm Christian," I was like, I have no idea what I am. And I had to go to my dad and was like, "What are we?" And he was like, "Oh, we're Catholic." Yeah.
We're Catholic, yeah.
Yeah,
Catholic without the guilt, sure.
Yeah, not even that. Just like, yeah. So it's always been, it just.
Were you baptized as a child?
Yeah, I was baptized Catholic.
Okay.
But I didn't.
No confirmation.
No confirmation. I didn't do first communion. I haven't done anything else. And as I grew up older, listen to me, as the wind blows, like what is it? Windy blowing. It's ridiculous. I had friends. Some of my close friends were Latter-day Saints and Catholic, and they went through the steps in their church to continue their education in a religious way, and it's just nothing ever. Yeah. I didn't get married in a church. I didn't baptize my children. My children are not baptized. They don't have godparents. I should do that for legal reasons, in terms of a will, but not in a religious sense.
Do you need that for legal reasons? I mean, you just kind of need next of kin, right? You don't really need godparents.
You don't need you need basically a guardian, right? A legal guardian in case something happens to you. Because for those who don't know, a godparent in the Catholic sense, do you have godparents in Jewish world? Okay, no. I'm gonna explain this, and then I want the equivalent to Gil.
I know my parents had close friends that they called themselves godparents, but I think it was more like they really liked I Love Lucy, and so they thought that's what the relationship was. That Ethel and Fred were godparents to little Ricky, and so that's what the relationship would be.
Oh, got it.
It certainly wasn't a Jewish thing.
Got it. So godparents, for those who don't know, is basically in case they're supposed to be your godparents, so the parents that assist you with your teachings with God in your life. If something were to happen to your parents, your godparents basically step in to, again, further your information
with regards to God.
With regards to God, right?
Becoming religiously.
So I have two questions. We have one in the chat right now for you. You want to
Pretty good question, actually.
Let's take the one in the chat, because we realize Jewish religion doesn't have godparents.
Yeah, it doesn't have godparents. That's our first fun fact.
Got it. So what does Jewish people and Cinderella not have in common?
No fairy godmother.
There you go. Okay, the question in the chat is...
From Jupiter
is, what's with certain Orthodox women shaving their heads? Like sometimes there's no hair under the wigs.
That is a really great question. I think that you kind of answer it in your question, because clearly we know that that Orthodox women, when they get married, will often take off their regular hair so they can wear wigs. The shaving of the head is not the religious part. That is literally for convenience, because these people are now going to be wearing wigs whenever they're out.
So just for the heat wise.
Literally for the heat.
Oh, got it.
Because so many of the Orthodox women that you're seeing who are doing that are in places like New York, where the weather can be muggy,
right.
or in Los Angeles, where the weather can be hot. And the reason that this happens, we have a concept in Judaism called tzniut. This is just essentially our word for modesty. It's essentially the same reason that you see Muslim women wearing burqa or different kinds of face coverings, is that a woman's hair is really for her husband. It's the intimacy with the husband.
Got it.
So if you see an Orthodox woman and she has her natural hair out, that's a signal that she is not married yet.
Oh, got it.
You know that woman is unmarried. I don't have to look for a ring on that finger, because I know. I can see that, Jupiter is mentioning it with regards to nuns. That's why the nuns cover their hair. It's a similar kind of thing, right?
Okay, I did not know that. So the hair is to be sacred. That's why nuns cover their hair. That's why they have this hijab. It's things to cover. Very cool. Very cool.
Right, exactly. So they're wearing a wig. It's kind of a workaround.
Modesty. Got it.
Right. It's kind of a workaround, right? Because clearly they're looking like any other modern woman with hair on their head, and you kind of have to look a little close to be like, wait a minute, that's a wig? So it's a little bit of a cheat, so they can just kind of operate in normal, whatever, regular society.
Right.
But it is an understanding that, like, well, that's a wig because they're covering their natural hair. Their natural hair is for their marriage.
Right. Got it. Wow. This episode became a lot about hair. Look at that.
This one is entitled Hair.
Hair. Oh, do I know a hair song? No. I just know the Hair. Hair the musical. That's that. I was trying to think of a song, but
yeah, I know the song. It's just that the song is so many levels, you kind of can't hum it on your own. You got to kind of be like, hair, hair. Yeah.
This is hair, then hair.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
I'm not helpful. I'm not helpful at all.
So, was there another question that you had?
Well, I was just going off of the godparents thing. I'm gonna ask one question, and I'm not to bring down the room, but it's important to talk about this stuff because it happened. Yesterday or the day before was Holocaust Remembrance Day.
Yesterday was Holocaust Remembrance Day. Yeah.
Now, is there something is there a tradition, or is there something that your family does, or that the religious does to remember that day, or is it more of a?
Remember that there are two holidays.
Okay.
For remembering the Holocaust, sort of memorial days, right? There's Holocaust Remembrance Day, which is a secular day, and it is very much about outreach. Like, it's essentially for the non-Jewish world, to remind the non-Jewish world this can happen again at any time. We always have to be vigilant. It really is a never again thing, and it's for the secular world to really to keep it at front of mind. Within Judaism, there is a date called Yom HaShoah. So that's a little more of like, let's take a moment of silence to remember.
Right.
I would say Holocaust Remembrance Day is really an activist kind of day. It's really a moment to say to people, to have these conversations.
Right.
And say, the thing that I think is really important to get across on Holocaust Remembrance Day is the idea of the banality of evil. That these people who were Nazis in Germany were people that were just like you and me.
Right.
They were literally like us, and they were taken in by a charlatan. The right buttons were pushed on those people to manipulate them into becoming what they became.
Right.
And there's no special condition of the German people or of those people in particular that made them more susceptible to that.
Right.
Literally, it could happen to you and it can happen to me, and that is the scariest part of Nazism or fascism.
Right.
That if someone plays on our fears in the correct sequence, in the correct way, we are all capable of that. And so it's very important to be investigating our own biases, our own feelings. Am I acting out of hatred or anger when I should be thinking critically about things? Am I going along with something that might be immoral right now?
Right.
And that's, certainly things that we have seen in the United States right now, like the detention centers at the border. Literally a horrific thing that Americans in 2020 have been doing. 2020 and 2021, right? Horrible.
Yeah.
And this stuff can happen at any time. So that's one of the things that Holocaust Remembrance Day is very important to bring up.
Right, and to absolutely to talk about it. Absolutely. Well, Gil, thank you so much for coming on. It's always a fun time. We talked a lot about hair.
Talked a lot about hair tonight. If anyone wants to continue Ask a Jew,
yes,
I will allow you. Feel free to get at me on Facebook or Twitter. I will answer questions as honestly as I know how.
No
we have fun
judgment.
Parsha this week.
Yeah. The more information, the more knowledge, the more that we can share and learn about each other's cultures only strengthen those cultures and strengthen those bonds.
Yeah, and I think one of the things about Jewish people is, as ubiquitous as we might be in entertainment, there aren't a lot of Jewish characters on television who are allowed to just be Jewish.
Right.
If someone is Jewish on television, they're always making an excuse for why they aren't.
Right.
Someone is always, oh, I'm only half, or I really don't practice, or I'm not like those crazy Jews. There's always some excuse with them, and that's part of the thing that that I feel like I need to fight against in terms of Jewish representation. I think that it's important for people to see Jews who like being Jewish, are proud of being Jewish, practice their Judaism in ways that are not threatening to, the straights.
Well, Gil, is there anything that you want to promote? I know you always have something going on. Anything big right now?
We just did last night on Your Late Night Live Watch. If you guys don't know, we have our own Twitch channel. It's twitch.tv/yourlatenight.
Ooh.
Last night we had Mike Drucker, who is the head writer of Samantha Bee.
Oh, wow.
He has written on The Tonight Show. He's written on Adam Conover. He's written on The Late Show with Fallon.
Nice.
He's written on Saturday Night Live. So we had him last night. So you can pop over to that channel whenever you are done with all of your Pack Theater viewing, and you can see us talk to him about several great late night clips. And he has so many fun insights, and we learned so many things from him.
Very cool. See?
So it was really cool.
Twitch supporting Twitch. Twitching.
Twitches be twitching.
There
and of course,
is.
the next Your Late Night is going to be February 19th. Can I announce the host already?
By all means.
Our host for February 19th at the Nowhere Comedy Club is Fizza Dosani.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, everyone's best friend, Fizza.
Very fun.
She's doing her very own late night show. I think tickets are already on sale at nowherecomedyclub.com. Feel free to pop over there and grab those tickets.
Very cool.
The earlier you get them, the cheaper they are, of course. So, make sure to do it.
Cool. Thank you so much, Gil. I do this. I'm sorry. It's just a weird wavy thing that I do. Okay, let me get in. I have another person coming in. This is going fast. Fast.
Hold on. What's going on?
I have to do technology. Ah! Why is your name Jupe?
Okay,
Jupe.
it's Jupiter.
I know, but it's Jupe on your screen. Why not just put Jupiter?
Yeah, I don't know. I just put it on there because it's a nickname. It's like a little pet name. I normally.
Should I call you Jupe now? I didn't know you're going by Jupe.
Yeah, sorry. I'm adjusting my Snapchat camera real quick. Give me a second. I did not expect to get on the phone call. So
do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do.
There we go.
No, I just
Okay.
look boring now. I just look plain and all
Yeah.
pasty. Jeez Louise. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Gil Barron. Ladies and gentlemen, we have
Bring it up for Gil.
Jupiter now joining us. Jupe, I have to tell you, Jupe, you posted a video on Instagram where you were in a green suit
Yeah.
and you were dancing and you
Yeah.
had like a rave video on your green suit. And I
Yeah.
laughed so hard. There was...
I'm glad you enjoyed it. I sent it to a friend because I caved in and started doing. First of all, thank you very much.
Yes.
I'm blushing. I put on the blush, luckily. But anyway, I buckled. So I was like one of the first people on TikTok with shit posts. But I was like, I just don't really know how to use this, and we kind of played with it for a little bit, and we had somebody set up the social media account. Anyway, it doesn't matter. That account has like 17,000 views. I don't know how it happened. I wasn't a part of it. So I was like, let me try to do it. 17,000 followers, not views. And so I was like, all right, I'm going to try on my own. I'm going to start this month and do it. And I was like, hey, is this what kids like? Or is this what people think might be interesting? I said it to somebody who worked at TikTok. They were like, it should be 7 seconds shorter. It should be. I was like, this isn't going to hold somebody's attention. And then they were like 7 seconds shorter. And you should never start in an empty room, even if you're sliding in. Like, you should already be like half slide. She like broke it down.
Really?
I was like, fuck, man. Like, this is harder than I thought. So yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Do you want to show it? Is that what was your intention? You told me to repost it.
I did tell you. That's right. I did tell you to repost it on Friday. I was like, I'm gonna need this Friday night. And this is
Friday?
why. Friday night is when Mom can eat her edibles or gummies.
Okay.
Can I say edibles? I can say edibles.
You can say edibles. I'm on edibles now.
Oh, I can't do edibles now. I can't do it.
Yeah. I'm trying to balance it out with a 1045 coffee. Just a small amount.
Little shot. Yeah, no, see, if I take edibles, I'm a non-functioning mom. I'm great as a person, but I can't mom very well.
How is it doing drugs around? And it's like drinking. Like, I feel weird drinking even around my parents. So when I say doing drugs, like, I don't mean that in any sort of like irresponsible way.
Correct. The state of California, marijuana
kid?
is legal in the state of California with So
it's legal.
Legal.
It's legal. I always have to do that whenever we're smoking in the car. It's like, well, I can't panic. It's like, it's legal.
You
just
know,
leave it in there.
I've had gummies at a time when I knew they were gonna hit, and it was about time to put the kids to sleep.
Sure.
Or like I'll watch a movie with them, and I'll that's very fun. Because some of their shows are very funny, especially on gummies. But like I can't do it like midday. Like I don't function. I don't like.
Yeah.
Things don't get cleaned. Food isn't made. It doesn't. I can't do it.
Have they seen you stoned?
But yes, but at the very end of the night, so they don't.
No, it's all good.
Yeah, it's like me
CPS.
watching Star Wars. You know what I'm saying? Like we're watching Star Wars at the end of the night, and it's like, oh, it's kicking in, and it's a great episode now. But not in the way that's like, hey,
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So
okay, so here's the thing. Just a quick question, because I don't know if you ever grew up. Did any of your friends' parents ever get fucked up around you and stuff like that? Did you ever see like people who lived in households where their parents did? Not really. Not really. You're saying?
Yeah. I mean, I had friends in high school. Like I had a friend in high school who lived with his dad and his uncle. So that was like the party house because they were like, you better drink here than go out somewhere else. But
yeah. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
That can go either way. It's usually pretty cool, but
it was cool. It was cool because
Yeah.
it was like it was a good friend who wasn't like a creepy guy. He was like, you're safe, and you know. But no, yeah, I didn't really grow up with weed or drugs. Like when I met my husband, he kind of introduced me to like, yeah, you can smoke at the end of the night. It's okay. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, what? Drugs? You have the weed? That's crazy. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I wasn't very cool.
just personal experience. So
Please.
everybody knows that I'm from New Orleans. It's a big drinking town, right? So I've definitely seen my
Yes.
parents get like wasted. I've definitely had to like help my dad up the steps, but he was like, "Oh, just let me sleep on the rocks." Yeah, because the driveway was made of rocks. It's like, all right, I don't think you want that. Yeah. So like, yeah, I've seen a lot of people get wasted.
Yeah.
But like, I'm still weird. I don't have any problem doing that. But like, dude, I feel okay getting a little drunk around my parents and like getting high around them. I've done it, but I don't know. Like I did go like Shitpost went to New Orleans a couple years ago.
Okay.
And I stayed at my parents' place and we all did acid and I got home and they were still awake and I was like, fuck. So that was interesting. Like that's like a huge jump from like, oh, I don't even like to be that drunk around them to being on LSD. And they're like telling me like, oh, your cousin broke up with Vicky, and I was like, I saw her tonight. She didn't tell me why. Well, I was like, stuff like that, and I'm just like, it's like I don't know, like it doesn't. If nobody's like high right now, they probably won't get it, but it hurt me.
You know what's funny about that is it's funny to me that your parents would be on acid and they're just casually talking about your family.
No,
like, oh,
I was on acid. They were sober. Yeah.
Okay, I completely read that differently. But still very funny that you're on acid, they're sober.
Yeah.
So how do you feel when you watch like R-rated movies with them and like sex scenes come up? Is that awkward?
I mean, okay. So there's my real mother and then there's them. Yeah, it's a little awkward with them. My real mom makes it fucking awkward. She makes it awkward. She'll like talk about it, or she'll chastise us for watching it, and just be like, "Turn." I don't know. Anyway, but she's like a former Playboy model and stuff like that.
Man.
Yeah.
Man.
So she just is like overtly sexual.
Ooh. Your mom, your actual mom, is overtly sexual.
Yeah. Like she gave us a bag of porn once, me and my friend.
How old were you?
That's like too much. A bit. Oh, I was like 16 or 17.
Okay.
But like it was a sack, like a mail sack, like an old like cartoon mail sack. But that's not like I was actually, by the way, I was talking to somebody on OkCupid the other day.
Yes.
And they said that their parents jointly decided to buy her a vibrator when she was 15 or 16, and I was like, that's fucking weird.
No.
Oh my god, that's like more
No.
invasive than my story. Like you have to like that touches you. Your parents have touched that.
Oh.
She was like that's progressive, but thanks, I guess.
Did she use it? Did she use it?
Oh yeah, I'm sure she used it.
Okay, good.
I didn't really. You know what's funny? Okay, I'm on the dating app. You're married, right?
I'm married. Yeah, I'm married.
Okay.
I'm married, and I met him right when dating apps started. So I never got
Gotcha.
on the dating app. I have no experience with it, and I think it's a lot. It's just different than the way when I dated.
Have you ever dated online at all? Like anybody from MySpace or
No.
anything like that? Okay.
No. I
Okay,
dated the old-fashioned way, which is you go to a bar, you get some drinks in you, you flirt with that guy. By the end of the night, for some reason, you end up with this guy, and somehow that guy over there got your number. And then someone calls you, and then you go on a date.
Yeah.
And somehow I don't get murdered. I don't know how, but that's how I did it.
If people ask me like how old I am, it's like, how old am I? Buddy, I've cybered. Yeah, I've ASL'd a few times in my life. That's a very dated thing. Did you ever cyber in the 8th grade or anything like that?
Cyber, no.
Gil, ASL means age, sex, location. You go into a chat room and you're trying to figure out who the chicks are, who the dudes are, where they're from, and whatever, and then you go into an instant messenger.
Wait, Gil, did you never have to do that? The ASL?
Yeah. My friends and I, dude, like a true shit poster. My friends and I on Friday nights would go into these. Oh, he was. We would go into chat rooms and lure men into these instant messengers and fuck with them. And we would pretend to be women and then troll them while they were getting cybered. Like we'd be like, and then I cut a big fart, and then we'd like copy our conversations of trolling them and put it on our GeoCities page.
Oh my god! So you were trolling before the trolling was trolling?
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh,
That's
but I was a bastard.
awesome.
Yeah, that's on the funny side. Like the bad trolling I would do, like when I again like 8th, 9th grade, I'd go into like the Dale Earnhardt subreddit. I almost said that chat, and I'd be like, he wasn't even that good of a racer. He fucking sucked, and he just died. And I'd be like he sucks. Like I was that little shit.
God. No, but you
Yeah.
know what? I'm going to thank you for being that little shit. Because this little girl who didn't know anything would start chatting on AOL, and some weirdos from like Vegas would start talking to me. And of course, my dumbass was like, I'm 21. I was 15. I'm 21 and I'm a female and I just want to have a friend. And so they were like, yeah. And then talk dirty to me, and I didn't know what to do. So I'm glad they were being trolled. I was so dumb. It's not that I was dumb. I was very naive. I just assumed people were honest and nice. And
That's so funny that you were being nice, because I was still, as much as I was only there to be like, to troll and be horny. Like those are the two things I was in these chats for. I also had like a Dragon Ball Z group that we would like type in the chat and stuff like that, and we would like, oh god, chat games. So you would like type out all the actions like punch, block, dodge, vapor, yeah, like yeah. I don't know. It was really dumb.
no, but that is your childhood, and it is not dumb. I just got a message from Google Ads saying that Pokemon Snap is coming on Nintendo Switch, and you know what? I might buy a Nintendo Switch because Pokemon Snap on the 64 was brilliant. It's a great game.
Right, Pokemon Snap. Sorry, I was thinking Pokemon Go. Yes, Pokemon Snap. Yeah, it's a big deal. Big deal. Photography game.
Photography, sure. Pokemon. That's like the beginning set of an influencer, right?
Yeah. Wait, real quick. What was your first system? Did you play 64?
My first system was Super Nintendo.
Good. Okay. That's a good start. That's a good start. Well, you're like you're getting closer to like me. Like people think that like the Nintendo, I don't know, little kids are making us feel like PlayStation 2 is old.
I didn't have a Nintendo. I know, right?
Yeah, it is. It is old.
We had a Super NES, and then my brother, I had a younger brother, and he we basically got every video game. Like he got everything. But I wasn't good at the Cube. That wasn't my game. I could do Mario Party, but Mario Kart, and the 64 is like really what changed me into a big gamer. Because even the Super NES, like I would play like Yoshi's Cookies or like Mario Brothers, but like nothing. Was Star Fox? Star Fox wasn't super.
Star Fox is SNES.
Yeah. So then Star Fox I played, but then when the 64 came out, it was all GoldenEye. That Wave Runner game.
Oh, yeah, Wave Runner was actually kind of chill. I actually really liked it.
Yeah.
I'm really into vaporwave, and it's like the perfect vaporwave aesthetic.
Really?
Like all the music, the soundtrack.
Right.
I mean, if you don't know what that is, it's a genre of music. It's all good.
Vaporwave?
Yeah.
Makes you feel like you're on a Sea-Doo?
What's that?
Like a Sea-Doo music? Like music for Sea-Doos?
No, vaporwave is like this sort of like ironic pocket of the internet. It's now mainstreamed, but it's sort of this ironic take on the fondness of 80s and 90s commercialism, like the things that we look at culturally with like a lot of fondness and nostalgia. Commercials always manufacture happiness, and sort of that aesthetic of the 80s, like busting and booming. Like we're most people that like vaporwave, at least the people that matter probably, are more like socialist about it and stuff like that. And but we just are in love with the vision of capitalism that they had, ironically. And it's sort of like it's this dreamy, slow down type of music. A lot of the music is stolen and sampled from other tracks, and so that's like a huge part of it, is that like I pay for the artist's music, but like there's so much vaporwave that's out there for free and you don't have to pay for it or whatever.
I'm gonna look it up. I wrote it down. Vaporwave.
Yeah. But yeah, it's and it's just a lot of stolen tracks. That's it. And it's just like a very internet-y style of music. It's like really big into like Windows 95 aesthetics. Late 80s aesthetics. Yeah, it's a lot of early internet stuff. Nintendo 64.
It's very funny to me that like Windows 95 could be can be a word to describe a music genre.
Oh my god, dude, but totally, because Brian Eno, they got Brian Eno to make the music of of Microsoft. They hired like a very famous musician to make the startup sounds and everything. Yeah, if you don't know that, that's what's really crazy. Yeah, dude, it's like a professionally, like they got somebody big to go and do that.
What?
You didn't know this about Windows
No.
95? Dude, it's like so curated. That's why it's like Windows 95 is a landmark operating system for a number of reasons. And it's just a very polished, we don't have to talk about operating systems, but like, can you imagine being nostalgic for an operating system? I mean, Jesus Christ. I kind of am, though, because Microsoft, I don't like, I'm on a PC now, but I love Mac. Like, I don't like the Microsoft setup.
I feel like sounds are like smells. Like, you get a smell and it's like memory. Like, it reminds you of something. Like, and I think that's obviously commercial jingles or like that type of music. Like, it's gonna bring me back to those moments.
Yeah, they're hooked.
Yeah.
There's an art form to marketing. Like, dude, I fucking hate slimy, sleazy capitalism. I hate shit always being sold to me, but there is an art form to the commercial. Yeah. And I greatly appreciate when it's well done. There's so many bad commercials, but the really good ones, they stick with you.
Yeah.
But look, check it out. Pizza in the morning, pizza in the evening. Do you know this one?
Pizza in suppertime.
Pizza at suppertime. When pizza's on a bagel, you can have bagels
anytime. It's true.
Favorite game.
I can.
Oh, you're talking to him. Yeah.
I can have pizza anytime. They're terrible, but I can. Yeah. No, I will admit, I would say since the beginning of January, I have been listening to songs from a Goofy movie.
Sick, yes, Powerline.
Because there's nothing more motivating to me that I'm like, okay, eye to eye, let's go. Let's wake up this morning. It's a good song.
Is it just the two Powerline ones, or do you go into
the
other tracks?
I go, the way it's set up is it goes eye to eye, after today, stand out.
Yeah.
And then after that is the one that we're in the car, the
Open Road.
Open Road, which is nice. It's just a nice little, it's a little ditty.
Song. It's a goofy little song.
It's a goofy little song. It's a goofy little song. Yeah, I've been playing that way more than I should be. Like,
Gil is saying that, he's also digging that as well.
It's
Nobody
so
else
good.
That's my favorite Disney movie, probably. Yeah,
Goofy movie?
So. I think Goofy movie is my favorite one. I don't really tend to go for like the big musical ones. I mean, I loved Aladdin and The Lion King.
Yes.
But what are your favorite Disney movies?
Oh man, I feel like it's changed over time as I've gotten older. Only because it's before what it used to be Beauty and the Beast. That used to be my favorite movie.
Okay.
And now looking at it, I'm like, do we have to change him? Like, can we bring a little, like, just, like, it's being a little
Some
much
values don't hold up
after
a lot of years. That's fine.
Yeah, right. I guess if I had to pick one, like, right off the top of my head, it might be Moana or Coco.
Okay, Coco was really good. I thought Moana was okay. It's not bad, but Coco was really good.
Yeah. And then after that might be Princess and the Frog. I really like Princess and the Frog. I know a lot of people thought it could have been better, and it probably could have. But it's so pretty.
It got delayed for a long time. I mean, we tend to like it back home. It's a New Orleans movie, right?
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say it, but I'm curious. Did that have any type of significance in New Orleans? Were they like, oh my God, that's our movie? Or they were like,
I think they were like, well, first of all, it was the last hand-drawn one, and then they got put on hold forever.
Yeah, it was the last hand-drawn.
We had been told about it for like 9 to 11 years or something like that.
Yeah.
We were all just like, when is this goddamn thing gonna come out? And with that amount of hype, I think a lot of people were a little less inflated, like they were deflated from all of that.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like, all right,
cool.
Good, I guess.
Yeah.
Cool. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't like, it's like it could have been like, did you make us wait like a decade?
There's an amazing documentary called Waking Sleeping Beauty, and how they started the whole Little Mermaid, Aladdin, Lion King, like they just bounced out these blockbuster after blockbuster after blockbuster movies.
Yeah.
And literally these animators, they worked like 18-hour days for like
I would,
years.
Yeah, I would never want to work
Yeah.
for Disney.
Yeah.
Ever.
Like,
as an animator.
Yeah, like literally they were like, and here's your, hey honey, I came home to say hi to my child and I'm gone. Like they just, it's incredible. It's incredible what they do.
The original plans for something like Epcot started out as this like complex. Disney was really into architecture, and he was trying to make like this perfect workplace and place of creativity, where at the center of this like basically this like beautiful neighborhood compound of animators and anybody that worked on the movies could live, but the work would be in the center. And like they basically, he was like, people could live where they work, and everybody was like, that's a bad idea. Nobody wanted to do that, but that became their place in Burbank. And like yeah, but they shot it down and all the things, but he ended up using a lot of sort of other ideas from that into Epcot.
I've seen a couple documentaries about their animators. Even currently, when they made Frozen 2, which was only a couple years ago, they're still you just have to put that much time and energy into creating something like that. Like you just can't.
Yes. I'm distracted for a second. Let me go answer the phone. Do you have to go soon? It's 11 o'clock.
It is 11 o'clock. We should probably wrap it up. Let's wrap it up. Jeep, is there anything you want to promote while you're here? Anything?
I might get back into streaming soon. I've been having a bit of a sad, but it's all good. I've been making cartoons. You can check out my Instagram.
Ooh.
My YouTube will soon be coming out. I am also on Newgrounds, all at Jupiter Like the Planet. Oh, and TikTok. You can check that out.
Is it TikTok also Jupiter Like the Planet? Oh,
everything is Jupiter Like the Planet.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
That's what we call branding, people. It's called branding.
Even my Twitch channel. You can go there and subscribe. Do whatever. All
Beautiful.
4 of you.
Perfect. This will be on YouTube tomorrow. The people will see it. Thank you, Jupiter, so much. Enjoy your night. Enjoy your phone call. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been, let's get out of here. Boop. This has been Please Talk to Me with Alli Ramirez. I'm Alli Ramirez. I spend all day with 2 very lovely little boys. They are 4 years old, and I need to talk to an adult. If you want to, you're welcome to donate at Venmo at Pack-Theater. There it is. And this is a pay what you want Twitch channel. If you don't, that's totally okay too. I'm just happy that you're here, and I'm happy to talk to you. This is a talk show where you can be a guest. I'm so tired. Maybe. Goodness knows I'm going to turn my computer off and be wide awake because that's just how my brain works. Never wrap it up. Never wrap it up. Unless you're going to have sex, then always wrap it up. I'm not wrong. We've had a lot of really fantastic guests today. I know it's a weird and hard time right now in 2021. Make sure you're talking to your friends. Make sure you're talking to your family. And if you're available Thursdays at 10 p.m., please talk to me. I'm Alli Ramirez, and have a fantastic night.